Carnage and Mayhem here with Alan and my dad. So we're out at our track today. We've been flying FPV, but we decided to pull out the old truck. So this is my old Team Associated RC10, and we put the FPV camera on this. Made a quick track. We're gonna see if we can drive FPV. We can fly FPV. I'm sure we can drive it, but what's it gonna look like? I don't know. Anyway, so that's what this is about. We'll try to do some onboard videos so that we can see that. And the track is a little bit, it's dusty and there's a lot of weeds and stuff on it. So I'm kind of interested in seeing how that actually comes out. Let's do it. All right. Go.
Yeah, they're hard to see until you're right on top of them. And if you already set up wrong.
Ooh, a lot of static there.
Yeah, I was getting way, the last 2 rounds, a lot on that corner.
Yeah, I haven't had it this bad, and now it's really bad. Okay,
I wonder if somebody's operating something.
See if I can get a second lap out of this. It's getting kind of weak feeling.
Well, you're 1.5.
Really dim down there. Oh.
You're off
flying in the dark. There it comes, coming back. But this is full throttle, so.
Yep, you're done.
Turn into the pits. Here we come. Okay, so I got DVR of that. But it is pretty staticky in that one corner. If the track was wider, it'd probably feel a lot better.
Yeah.
And if it was more clay or watered down, that would probably help out a lot too.
We were where we could see it better. For me.
So it can be the heat of the day, or we can make all kinds of excuses about static and stuff, but I think driving these RC cars FPV is harder than flying the quads or the airplanes FPV.
Well, the thing is, where are you going? Seeing the track for me.
And it might be that we just haven't groomed the track well enough where you can see the lane very well.
Yeah, because like right now I'm in a super grassy area. Even though when we were doing it, it looked okay. You know, like there's not that much out there.
So this is something I've always wanted to do since when I was racing RC cars 20 years ago, is I want to feel like I was in the cockpit.
Yeah.
And now after doing it, it still could be cool, but man, it's way harder than I thought it would be. And I think it's because you get that narrow field of view. You're only seeing, you're so low to the ground that you don't get to see the whole track.
Right. Like I just cut the end corner, which is probably okay because that's the static point.
Yeah, that's the other thing that I didn't account for, is getting the static, which it's not that far away. I mean, we're probably 50 feet over there. But is there something, there's a metal building down on that side. Could be causing
it just kind of started though.
Yeah. Yep, very strange. I think it's worth pursuing. Get the track look a little bit better looking. Get some batteries that actually work. And we'll.
You want to run mine around?
We'll try it again. Sure.
Well, I can illegally back it up. Oh, now it won't back up. That's weird. Got to change channels, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing. You know, we might get up into one of the racer bands or something. It may be better.
Yeah, what I did originally, our bands were pretty close to each other, so I was starting to get you fading in on mine, so I just moved my channel somewhere in the mid. That's why I like the Sky Zone, is because it's showing you the frequency band.
It gives you the peak.
Yeah, well, the peak and the distance between them, so I can make sure that my channel is really far away from your channel.
Yeah, I looked at those just to see, you know, what kind of price they are, and discontinued.
All right.
See, to get the real in-cockpit, I think the camera needs to go forward, and maybe even a little bit higher would give me better visibility to the track stuff. Now, right about there, I started picking up static.
I got none really with mine. Well, there's a little tiny bit there, but not like mine
No,
was
mine
doing
was
really.
like screens changing. Yeah, you're not doing too good holding on the track. That's all right. Car's not tuned, right?
Yeah, we need to tune the car. That's the problem. I'm an excellent driver. Definitely excellent driver. This car's just loose. It's everywhere. How can anybody drive? Oh, I'm in the grass.
Oh, yeah. Oh, must have come.
Yeah, you start getting where you're going faster than you can see.
Yeah.
And I think it's somewhat the track.
Yeah, oh, definitely.
If it was wider and had all the
better
weeds out of
visibility
it,
to the edges.
yeah, then
Which once we get it groomed, you'll have that because you'll be able to see, yeah, this is the track. Yeah, you're kicking up a lot of dust, so it's definitely dry.
clunk, clunk, clunk.
Yeah, and you kick those up in the air.
I am really missing all of these turns.
Yeah, so I think the camera needs to be higher.
Then you won't feel like you're in the cockpit anymore. What did I run over? Oh.
Get lost?
I ran into our camera mount.
I see that.
Not really lost so much as I didn't really see it anymore. That was cool. Well, it was a fun experiment. We'll do some more with it.
Yeah.
But I think it might be lunchtime.
I think the basic layout is okay.
Yeah, once we can figure out how to drive FPV, then you might put in some jumps and stuff. But it's pretty bumpy right now.
Yeah.
It kind of jostles the camera.
Like I said, the biggest thing is I'm just really not seeing I'm in the track.
Yeah.
I can see the turns coming up half the time. The other half, I'm in them and over the cones before I know it. And that's slow. I mean, I was creeping around.
Yeah, and the width of our track right now is what, 4 feet or 5 feet?
Yeah, it's
4
whatever
feet.
that
It's pretty narrow.
is.
Yeah. Oh well. It was a good experiment.